views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome. You are beamed aboard. You're once again inside the mothership for another trip across the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, as we're broadcasting live into your vagina holes on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and IRN Internet Radio Network, as well as in replay and syndication around the world on fantastic radio stations like 920 WON The Apple in New York City, 24.7 The Stream in Chicago, WRFN 1025 in the UK, WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida, as well as 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, and many, many others who we will talk about as we continue through the course of the show. But wherever you are tuned in, wherever you are listening, we start the broadcast live at 9 a.m. Eastern, so if it is within that time frame, then by all means, people, give me a call wherever you are in the world at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or you can Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. AlienStone1. You can Skype me or you can text me that way as well. For those of you out there in bands or trying to promote bands, if you would like to hear your music featured on the show or on the station, by all means, submit your music by sending an MP3 attached to an email or a download link that goes to something like Google Drive or preferably something like Dropbox, or you can send it through WeTransfer. But send that to newmusic@alienxradio.com. Again, that is newmusic@alienxradio.com. So, folks, we're going to go ahead and get things underway. The normal stuff coming up on the attack: music for your vagina holes, news, sports, talk, comedy, skits, just a few questions, all kinds of things. And this is all on the way. So let's go ahead and kick this pig, if you were, and get it underway the way we usually do, with a history lesson on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
September 7th, 1940. Nazi Germany begins heavy bombing of London and other major cities in Britain during World War II. CBS reporter Edward R. Murrow describes the devastation of what becomes known as the Blitz.
One may see in the light of flares carefully hidden under canvas human beings looking like broken, cast-away, dust-covered dolls being lifted with careful hands out of a tunnel driven through to the basement of a bomb house.
1997. Mobutu Sese Seko, the former Central African dictator, dies in Morocco at age 66. It happens months after Mobutu is forced into exile following his disastrous rule of Zaire, now known as the Democratic Republic of Congo. 1977. In Washington, the Panama Canal Treaties are signed. The agreement calls on the United States to eventually turn control of the waterway over to Panama during the next 2 decades. 1996. Rapper Tupac Shakur is fatally wounded in a drive-by shooting on his car in the Las Vegas Strip. Shakur dies from his injuries days later. His murder remains unsolved. 1979. Attention, Sports Center fans. ESPN debuts on cable, the birth of a TV sports powerhouse. 1963, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is dedicated in Canton, Ohio, where what's now the NFL was formed more than 4 decades earlier. And 1936.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Buddy Holly, one of the early stars of rock and roll, is born in Lubbock, Texas. Today in history, September 7th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and put some music directly in your Vigier holes, getting things started up. Well, we're all getting up, right? So let's get on up with some Concrete Angels, and they're going to rock your face off for you on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Yeah!
This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Less commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome!
All right, folks, it is once again time for the punchlines. That's right. This is some of the news that doesn't necessarily make the headlines, so here comes the punchlines. In this portion of the show being brought to you by Igor's Lube and Igor's family of products. Try out some of their brand spanking new products, like perhaps maybe you have a sweaty taint. Is it hot outside? Well, try Igor's new Skin Bridge Cooling Gel. Just rub a little on and you'll be cool all day. Bicyclers love it. Anyway, here comes the punchlines. Taxidermized squirrel beer among offerings at a disgusting food museum. Now, folks, there are enough things to drink in this world without us having to make taxidermized squirrel beer. Okay, what does that even mean? Like you killed you killed the squirrel. You did taxidermy on it, turning it into art, I suppose. Then somehow you fermented it into a beer, and now you want people to drink it. The Swedish Museum is devoting a new exhibit to bizarre beverages such as, get this, spit fermented wine, liquor fermented in prison toilets, which is called hooch. They've been doing that for a long time. I believe that was invented in Turkey. And a drink made from children's feces. What? Dead rodent and diaper beer. Let's go there. Hopefully they have like a little sampler thing so I can try, all of the different poop and dead animal flavored beers. You haven't lived until you heard Gilbert Gottfried reciting WAP. Okay, so what is it? Cardi B, I guess? Yeah. And yes, it sounds even nastier than the original, if that's possible. While much more entertaining, it's still trash. Grave mistake. A casket seen in a Maryland river turns out to just be a dock. People, calm down. Every time you see, we keep getting stories like this. Oh my God, there's a person dead face down on the riverbank. Oh my God, go check it out. And it turns out it's a sex doll that somebody threw away. Okay? Know what you're reporting, folks. Know what you're reporting. Annapolis police discovered the object was something far less macabre. What was going on inside the hillbilly's house, on the other hand, was another story. Walgreens and singer Al Green have more in common than they realized. Twitter users were definitely down with this unintended collaboration. Now, I don't know what the collaboration is, but the only commonality I see between Walgreens and Al Green's would be typos. You take off the W and you pretty much got Al Green's. Yeah, see what I did there? Anyway, German police stumped by mysterious vials of hamster DNA. Who's collecting hamster DNA and why? What would be the purpose of this? I don't know. With all the crazy stuff that's going on, we are creating, death viruses from bats and stuff and sending them around the world. I don't know. 3 vials of genetic material were found Friday on a train near, I'm never going to be able to say it. It's a German name, so whatever it is. Last week, but investigators have yet to crack the case. They were supposed to be sent to a laboratory in China where they would have been spliced with the DNA of murder hornets and vampires, in the name of research. A parrot belts out a soaring rendition of Beyonce's track. I don't know what track. It doesn't say. It just says a Beyonce track. And then he gets his own fan base. Can we get a Beyonce and Chico collaboration, please? Chico, that would be the name of the bird. No, I'm not being racially insensitive. Okay, that's the name of the bird. But this just in, we would rather it be just the new bird, because that old bird is quite overrated. And that has been the punchlines. I believe a little more music for the Vajir Holes is in order. And before we get to some music from Austin Kelly with City of the Dam, let's start things up with Bottoms Up and Heartless You, the name of the tune. You're tuned to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I thought we'd make it to
live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right, you're great, zombie.
Yeah. Little City of the Damned right there. Music from Austin Kelly. Also, lead singer, and he's the guitar player also in the band Soldier's Last Breath. Music from them coming up a little bit later on in the show as well. Remember, I got you for 3 hours, folks. We're screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, or at least talking really loud in the back row, playing on our cell phones, pissing everybody off in the movie theater because they finally reopened and they're there trying to watch the new Bill and Ted movie. Okay, maybe that's not really what's happening. But anyway, we're going to take a short break, pausing the action. We're going to bring you up to date what's going on in the world with some news and some sports, and maybe introduce you to some of our sponsors. And then I'm going to put together a big pile of more stuff. That's the word I'm going to use today, is stuff, to talk about when we come back. And don't forget, we've got bad movie flashbacks on the way. We've got more music for your Vajir holes. We've got just a few questions, classic versions, and the episode that just aired yesterday, the brand new episode. That is on its way as well. So go nowhere. You are tuned to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
anytime the government does anything, everybody gets all freaked out, goes into their radiation tube, seals it off, and has booby traps and weapons pointed in every direction so nobody will steal their canned food.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. It's Labor Day, and health officials are worried there might be a spike in coronavirus cases because of the holiday. In New Orleans, officials warned large crowds over the weekend that their get-togethers could spike coronavirus cases. About 189,000 people in this country have now died from the virus. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. Dozens of fires are burning in California, and the fierce heat there isn't helping. The National Guard rescued hundreds of trapped campers in the Sierra National Forest over the weekend. Colonel David Hall with the National Guard.
All of the individuals that they rescued were greeting the crew members with hugs as they were boarding onto the helicopter, and then again after getting off the helicopter, a lot of high fives. And for the crews, without a doubt, it was a very, very rewarding experience.
The Creek Fire has burned more than 71 square miles. 800 firefighters have been battling it. And the heat isn't helping. In downtown Los Angeles, it was 111 degrees, 121 in the San Fernando Valley. The mayor of Rochester, New York, is promising the police department will be reformed following a fifth night of demonstrations last night. Protest started after video surfaced of the March death of Daniel Prude, a black man who lost consciousness after police held him down with a hood over his head. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren.
It is my solemn duty as the mayor of this city to honor Mr. Prude, to not let his death be in vain, and to do everything possible to transform how we police our city, to truly protect and serve our residents.
Mayor Lovely Warren of Rochester. The Navy has searched through the night and into the morning for a sailor who went missing from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz in the Northern Arabian Sea. This is AP News.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling. Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. The Brooklyn Nets have a new head coach as they welcome Steve Nash to the position on Wednesday, ending the search for someone to lead a team that some say are already heading to a championship with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving at their disposal. Of course, the choice isn't with some challenges, the biggest one besides the former three-team journeyman meshing with a team with a huge chip on their shoulder and something to prove since moving to New York, is how the team is going to mesh with someone who hasn't coached a game in his life. Now, from all angles, the fans, the broadcasters, the pundits, and even those who haven't seen a basketball game in their life, this might be a disaster waiting to happen. But Steve Nash isn't just some basketball player. He was the face of his teams and the leader within the locker room, so he knows the ins and outs on how to lead. All eyes will be on how well he does when the new season starts next year. The Houston Texans extended quarterback Deshaun Watson's contract 4 more years. The deal, worth $177 million, trails only Super Bowl champ Patrick Mahomes as the largest in league history. In a Twitter post, Watson thanked the organization, his coach, his family, and his team for believing in him and promises to bring a championship to Houston. And Jadeveon Clowney has decided to use a different agent in his journey to find a new team. According to ESPN, the defensive end hired Kennard McGuire after parting ways with Buzz Cook. Recently, Clowney met with New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton and other staff members and had his personal chef prepare dinner for the group, so maybe there's a pitch being made to have them consider adding him to the roster. They do say the way to an NFL team's roster is through the head coach's stomach. Alright, they don't really say that, but you get what I mean. Well, you know what to do. Tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Saying until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love. Igor's lube? Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Let's go to the movies with AP correspondent Margie Zarletta.
The Christopher Nolan film Tenet has earned an estimated $20.2 million at the box office during a drastically reduced opening because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Tenet. It'll open the right doors. Some of the wrong ones, too.
Tenet had practically no competition in theaters. Some multiplexes played it as many as 100 times over the weekend. About 70% of American movie theaters are open, but not in New York or Los Angeles. The ones that are open have a maximum 50% capacity to allow for social distancing. Hollywood is holding the release of most big movies to see if theater goers will come back, or it's releasing them to streaming services. Disney put out its big-budget remake of Mulan to Disney+, but it did not share how much Mulan made. I'm Archie Zarletta.
Pope Francis says gossiping is a plague worse than COVID. He didn't give specifics. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live from the other side of Planet Chaos directly into your Vajira holes on Alien X Radio in Detroit, Michigan. We're also live on UG Media in the UK, WCET-FM in South Carolina, and the Lime City Radio Network in Indiana, as well as being picked up by Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and IRN Internet Radio Network. And then in broadcast and re-syndication, or is it syndication and rebroadcast? That's the way I should say it. On K98 in Pennsylvania, Mile High Radio, Good Talk Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Prodcore Radio, United Talk Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio. They just love to put radio in the name of their radio station. I guess that's why I called it Alien X Radio. Not just to make the logo even on both sides, but, you know, what can I say? Anyway, here we are, second half of hour number one. Music for your Vajir holes on the way, a bad movie flashback, and a classic episode of Just a Few Questions. And then 2 full hours yet to come. So hopefully I'm helping you ease your way into your work week on a Monday morning. And right now, music from a band called Crow. Stranger Sky is the name of the tune. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
tears unshed.
This is Adrian King from Friday the 13th, and you are listening to Alien X Radio.
week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
At the far end of the universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil. And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens.
Stop him!
A battle that will finally be fought.
I want them hunted down and brought to me!
Across the face
Police! Nobody move!
of Earth.
I think I'm gonna need some backup.
Can you show us the way?
Of course. No.
Somebody help me! Julie!
From a distant galaxy, they have come to Earth. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be masters of the universe. Live the adventure.
Just a few questions.
All right, everybody, it is time now for just a few questions. And it's that time that I just... Exactly, dun, dun, dun. I got myself here in the studio. We've got D-Unit. Come on, everybody, just... Come on.
I'm D-Unit. I'm stuck.
And on the phone, we got...
Donnie.
Wow, nobody's ever...
Good job, Donnie.
Nobody's ever said their name before. It's like,
No, right,
Put me on the
exactly.
spot. Okay.
Sorry. All right. So, where are you calling from, Donnie?
Garden City, yo.
Garden City, yo. That's a strange name for a place. Garden City, yo.
Garden
All right.
City, yo.
Anyway, we're going to play a little, just a few questions. I'll be honest, I struggled with the questions today, so I'm glad I got some help in here. I'm glad. All right, so let's start right off with question number one. Are y'all ready?
Question number one.
All right. Your wife has decided that you need a hobby. Or at least get out of her face and out of her sight for a few hours every day. So you decide to get a fixer-upper car for a side project. You head for the nearest junkyard looking for a diamond in the rough. You want a car that isn't too common, though. I mean, you know, everybody sees Mustangs and Camaros. You don't want a normal car. So you go to the lot. After searching every auto graveyard in the state, you think you finally have narrowed it down to these four vehicles. Which of these automobiles most closely match what you're looking for? By the way, we have a wild card answer that you could just say, hey, I don't like any of your answers. I'll take the wild card answer. Or you can also make up your own answer, but you can only do that once per game.
Okay.
All right, so A yellow 1968 Chevy Chevette. B, an orange 1980 AMC Pacer. C, a powder blue 1970 AMC Gremlin. Or D, a white 1971 Ford Pinto. And go.
I'm making up my own answer.
All right, you're making up your own answer.
Okay.
All right.
I want a DeLorean.
You found a DeLorean in the junkyard.
I found a DeLorean in the junkyard.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You definitely found the diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I'm saying diamond in the
What
rough.
was the,
It's a hell of a junkyard.
The second one, what was B?
That was an orange 1980 AMC Pacer.
No, I don't want the Pinto. What was C?
That's a powder blue 1970 AMC Gremlin.
My dad had
I'd take the Gremlin.
Okay, you got the Gremlin.
The Gremlin.
All right.
Donnie.
I'm going to go with the Orange Pacer.
Orange
Really?
Pacer. Donnie got the Orange Pacer.
I could picture him
Yeah.
sporting that, too.
Well, yeah, I was really pimped on getting this orange car back when I was a junior. It wasn't a Pacer, but it just reminded me of that.
Right.
Plus an Orange Pacer, you can dress it up as a pumpkin for Halloween.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Decorate your car.
All right, nobody took the wild card answer, which was a 1980 Renault Fuego.
Ooh.
A what?
Who?
Exactly. A 1980 Renault Fuego. All right.
Sounds like an Italian dish right there.
Yeah, it does
It
kind
does.
of.
Must be
All right.
Italian.
So now there's a bonus of question that's attached to each one of these. I almost went Italian. There's a bonus of question.
Ah, but there's a bonus, a question.
Which of these cars, those four that I gave you the choice of, was Alien Stone's first car?
Ooh.
I know.
Was it
I know.
the Chevette, the Pacer, the Gremlin, or the Pinto? Which was my very first car?
I'm going to go with the Pinto.
Wrong.
Chevette?
Wrong.
Chevette.
You say Chevette? He just said Chevette. So you want to change your answer?
No, I'm picking Chevette.
Oh.
I didn't change my answer.
Okay. Well, no.
Okay.
Was it the Pacer?
It was the Pacer.
Really?
Yep. I had a 1980 bright orange Pacer. It was my very first car. I bought it out of the Metro Mall parking lot for $250.
Nice.
Dude, what year and what city?
That would be Wayne, and it had to. Let's see. Oh man, it had to have been late 80s. Probably like 88, 89.
Oh my God, I wonder if it was the same car.
Life would be too easy if it was.
Question.
It was the same car.
Question number 2. Okay. Now that you have your car, the real work begins. You will need to do a ton of body, electrical, and mechanical work just to get it functioning. Shortly after you begin working on the beast, strange things begin happening in the shop. Every morning when you arrive and to begin work, the car seems to be in slightly different position. You would swear that someone had been taking it out for a joyride the night before if you knew that it actually ran. Just then, you noticed fresh mud on the tires and blood spatter on the front bumper. After thinking about it for a few moments, you come to the only rational conclusion: you must have bought an evil, demonic, homicidal, haunted car. You decide that you can't be the one to restore an evil, demonic, homicidal, haunted car and try to leave the shop. Just then, the car roars to life, backs up against the door, blocking your escape. What do you offer the car in exchange for your release? A, since it's an older car, you offer to install an 8-track player for its listening pleasure. B, the blood of a virgin, providing you are able to find one. C, a pint of Igor's lube and a banana in the tailpipe. Or D, you offer to restore the car as long as it promises to turn you into a badass evil superhero with flaming skull, and you get to drive around the death machine across the country, brutally murdering the wicked. And go, D-Unit.
Oh, dude, you know I'm going with Igor's Lube and the banana.
Okay, Igor's Lube and the banana it is.
I ain't falling for no banana in the tailpipe. You know what I'm saying?
Ghost Rider.
Go for the Ghost Rider, D. All right. Donnie.
I'm definitely doing the banana and tailpipe.
Banana in a tailpipe.
Igor's Lube, man. Again, hits just a few questions.
You're not going to fall for banana and tailpipe?
Nobody went for the wild card answer, which was a pint of Igor's Lube, a banana in a tailpipe, and Stephen King's home address.
Oh.
Yes. All right. So the bonus question for this one is, what would you name your demon car?
Ooh.
What's its name?
That's tough, dude.
Lemmy Killmeister.
What was that?
Lemmy.
Lemmy.
It's
calling his
Lemmy.
Lemmy. There you go. All right.
I'm gonna call it the Silver Death Machine.
Silver Death Machine.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
He's got a gremlin.
That's awesome. No, that is awesome. That's a good one.
Donnie, what would you name your car?
Lemmy.
He said Lemmy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did.
So,
Motorhead Lemmy.
question number 3.
Question number 3.
So, after years of traveling the country, murdering and punishing the souls of the wicked, you begin to feel like there's a hole in your life. You begin to feel like you need something more. You start to long for the life that you once had. Sure, the flaming skull looks cool and strikes fear into the heart of whoever beholds it, but no one wants to look at you anymore. You meet a few people from time to time, but rarely get a chance to get to know them before you have to kill them and consume their soul. Not to mention the fact that the car that you thought would turn heads is actually pulling chuckles and laughter. So in hindsight, what could you have done differently, or what decisions could you have made to lead you down a better path? A, you should have gotten a Volkswagen bus and became a traveling hippie. B, never quit your job as a male stripper in Vegas. C, save that pint of lube and banana for yourself. D, stop bugging your wife so much in the first place. Or, I'll give you this, all of the above. And go D.
I almost want to take the bonus question. Or
the wild card answer?
I'm just curious. So I'm going to go with the wild card on this one.
All right, you're taking the wild card answer. You should have masturbated less as a child, not as an adult, as a child. There you go.
Don't take the bonus question.
Nah, hippie bus.
Hippie bus. Got the hippie bus. All right. Johnny!
Yeah, hippie bus.
Hippie bus
would
it
have
is.
been a lot different.
Yeah.
Hippie bus would have been a lot different.
All right. And finally, we got the bonus question. After retiring from the evil superhero business, I guess you'd call it a business. When telling your story to others, what name will you give yourself? So you named your car, now you got to name yourself. And go. Whoever can come up with one.
I'm Big Venus.
Big Venus.
I'm going with Thor.
Thor?
Yep. I'm going with Thor.
Okay. All right. Donnie?
Seed.
Was that seed?
Seed?
Seed. Like I planted this little seed.
Okay.
Okay.
I am seed.
But what was the wild card answer?
That's the bonus question. We already did the wild card answer. It was on the... You took the wild card answer, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know if there was a wild card answer for that one.
Yeah, you should have masturbated less as a child. Not as an adult, but as a child. Gotta put the disclaimer there in the end. And that has been Just a Few Questions.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting to you live, directly into your ear holes on Alien X Radio from Detroit, Michigan, as well as on UG Media in the UK, WCET FM South Carolina, Lime City Radio in Indiana, And Western Reserve Digital Radio, Sword Radio, IRN Internet Radio Network, and then a host of affiliates around the world in replay and syndication like 920 WOM The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio. And that's in Seattle. So, folks, wherever it is that you are tuned in, wherever it is that you are listening, you can easily call in live at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. The Alien X lines are open. You can also Skype me at AlienStone1. That would be the number 1. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. AlienStone1. You can also text me through there as well. We play a lot of independent music on this show, so please do not send messages saying, hey, I would like to hear Megadeth or Metallica or Adele. Okay? Because we don't play those on this show. If you are in a band, or if you would like to hear music by a band that you are familiar with that's a local band, an unsigned band, or independent band, have that band send me their music in the form of an MP3 or a download link for Dropbox, or use WeTransfer or something of that nature, Google Drive. But it has to be included in an email. Send it on over to me at newmusic@alienxradio.com. That's newmusic@alienxradio.com. Because that's how I get all of the music that we play here on the station. I don't play it on this station unless it was given to me by the artist through that email address. So by all means, folks, be a lot like Hell's Addiction. That's the name of the band I'm about to play right now. We're on Fire is the name of the tune. And look for Hither Side on the hither side of this with Knock 'em On Back. But let's rock it on out on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Cause
This is Sean Whalen from People Under the Stairs talking to you.
Ain't much to look at after you scrape them off your boot.
From beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting directly into your brain.
What the Florida?
All right, folks, it's time for What the Florida. And What the Florida this week is being brought to you by Igor's Lube and Igor's Lube's family of products. Are you stuck at home because your governor told you had to stick to your house? Well, maybe you would like to have your governor stick in her place as well. Well, try out the new Gretsch Trap by Igor's Lube and their brand spanking new product, Governor's Glue. That's right, try out Igor's new Governor's Glue, a.k.a. the Gretsch Trap, and keep her ass stuck at home as well. So, What the Florida this week? Florida woman accused of attacking father due to his relentless, what? Farting. Okay. My dad used to fart, but I don't remember kicking his ass for it. Anyway, a 40-year-old Florida woman. First off, you're 40 years old living with your dad. Okay? 40 years old living with your dad. He's probably trying to get you to leave. That's why he's farting. He's probably intentionally eating beans and cabbage. I'm just saying. So a 40-year-old Florida woman was arrested last Sunday for reportedly attacking her father because he wouldn't stop passing gas. Nicole Dozios, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, I don't care, who lives with her father, made a stink about his relentless farting, then punched him in the face several times. I don't think that you and I would be listening to my voice right now had I ever punched my father in the face. At any age. Just saying. There would be, that would be the end. You wouldn't be able to find any trace of me after that. No records, no photographs, no nothing. I would just vanish. Just saying. It would be a bad idea. The man ended up with a bloodied left eye and scratches all over his neck. Dozios, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, and again, I don't care, was charged with domestic battery. Because he farted! What would you do if he told you to, I don't know, get a job, get a life, get your own place, move out? What would you have done then? I'm sure that all you're doing is sticking around there in your dad's basement anyway, smoking dope. Right? Right, Dozios? Huh? And then you beat up your dad. Okay, I'm done now. Time to relax with a little Jane by Michael on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Call me your friend. Jane, there you go. You get frustrated and the anger flows. You spend 3 hours speaking your mind. We've had this conversation a million times. You could have said it was over. You could have said that you won't see me again. You could have called
This is Ernie Singleton, a.k.a. T-Dog from The Walking Dead, and you are listening to
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
Secrets hide, I'll never tell. Seems like I'm running and acting like someone else. Don't count on me, I'll always let you down. I'll break you, I'll make you hurt. Because I can, I'll fake it, I'll play it off. It's all part of the plan. I can't cage or contain this urge. Whoa, I've created a monster out of me. Slide my eyes, I dare you to try, you never will. By the time you got me figured out, I'm coming in there for the kill. Don't count on me, I'll always let you down. I'll break you, I'll make you hurt. Because I can, I'll fake it, I'll play it off. It's all part of the plan. I can't cage or contain this urge. Whoa, I've created a monster out of me. Stop staring at me. Reflections prove in vain. I know it causes pain. I'll break you, I'll make you hurt. You know I can. I'll fake it, I'll play it off. It's all part of the plan. I can't cage or contain this urge. Whoa, I've created a monster. I've created a monster out of me.
An ingenious conspiracy has begun, and someone has to stop the madman who started it all.
What do you got, Jerry?
Model 912 cut up 2 people inside the house.
I'm going in.
You're going in. We can send a disarm robot in.
It hit the floater, it'll hit the disarm, and any minute it's going to decide to hit the kid.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
We've got a non-standard chip here. Can turn any domestic computer into a killing machine.
Working late at night all by yourself?
I just had a few things to finish up. No big
I
deal.
insist. Let me help you.
No.
This is a bad guy. He's killed 5 so far. I want him.
I'm telling you, I can't go out there. I can't go out!
What does it take to get through to you? He sees everything. He knows everything that's going on in here.
Can't run away, Ramsey. My little machines will find you wherever you go.
You heard of a bullet that has your name on it? This isn't a runaway. This is murder.
We're never gonna make it through this one.
Runaway. Tom Selleck, Cynthia Rhodes, Gene Simmons. Runaway.
All right, folks, you are currently tuned to the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space. It is the absolute best show on the internet in this time slot on this station, Alien X Radio. On this station, in this time slot, we are the best show. I know you're listening to this on other stations. That's why I had to clarify on Alien X Radio. Actually, you know what? It's the true statement no matter what station you're listening to. Think about that for a second. The Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space is the best show on the internet on this station during this particular time slot. Let that sink in. Ooh, that's the new thing that people are like offended by. Have you noticed that? On the internet, you can't say that anymore. If somebody says something like at the beginning of their post, they're like, let this sink in. People are like tripping out. Quit saying that. I don't know. Dude, every single day, something triggers somebody, and it's a new thing that's going to trigger everybody. You know, and then suddenly it becomes insensitive. Then it becomes horrible. And then next thing you know, I don't know, you like to chop off chickens' heads in graveyards on Halloween night at midnight. I don't know. They don't know. You just get persecuted and crucified for anything anymore. If one person says, hey, that's bad, and then all of a sudden they got a bunch of people with signs and all kinds of stuff going on. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. It's ridiculous out there. We got to take a short break, though. Pausing the action for station identification. And I'm going to add to the ridiculousness by throwing you to a news update. Wow. That's right. And some sports. And we will be back with the second half of the broadcast as we make a turnabout out in the middle of the galaxy. But you won't notice because of our awesome inertia cancelers that are installed here on the mothership. Jupiter Station does fantastic work. But we will be back with the second half after this, so go nowhere. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. It's Labor Day, and health officials are worried there might be a spike in coronavirus cases because of the holiday. In New Orleans, officials warned large crowds over the weekend that their get-togethers could spike coronavirus cases. About 189,000 people in this country have now died from the virus. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. Dozens of fires are burning in California, and the fierce heat there isn't helping. The National Guard rescued hundreds of trapped campers in the Sierra National Forest over the weekend. Colonel David Hall with the National Guard.
All of the individuals that they rescued were greeting the crew members with hugs as they were boarding onto the helicopter, and then again after getting off the helicopter, a lot of high fives. And for the crews, without a doubt, it was a very, very rewarding experience.
The Creek Fire has burned more than 71 square miles. 800 firefighters have been battling it. And the heat isn't helping. In downtown Los Angeles, it was 111 degrees, 121 in the San Fernando Valley. The mayor of Rochester, New York, is promising the police department will be reformed following a fifth night of demonstrations last night. Protest started after video surfaced of the March death of Daniel Prude, a black man who lost consciousness after police held him down with a hood over his head. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren.
It is my solemn duty as the mayor of this city to honor Mr. Prude, to not let his death be in vain, and to do everything possible to transform how we police our city, to truly protect and serve our residents.
Mayor Lovely Warren of Rochester. The Navy has searched through the night and into the morning for a sailor who went missing from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz in the Northern Arabian Sea. This is AP News.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling. Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. The Brooklyn Nets have a new head coach as they welcome Steve Nash to the position on Wednesday, ending the search for someone to lead a team that some say are already heading to a championship with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving at their disposal. Of course, the choice isn't with some challenges, the biggest one besides the former three-team journeyman meshing with a team with a huge chip on their shoulder and something to prove since moving to New York, is how the team is going to mesh with someone who hasn't coached a game in his life. Now, from all angles, the fans, the broadcasters, the pundits, and even those who haven't seen a basketball game in their life, this might be a disaster waiting to happen. But Steve Nash isn't just some basketball player. He was the face of his teams and the leader within the locker room, so he knows the ins and outs on how to lead. All eyes will be on how well he does when the new season starts next year. The Houston Texans extended quarterback Deshaun Watson's contract 4 more years. The deal, worth $177 million, trails only Super Bowl champ Patrick Mahomes as the largest in league history. In a Twitter post, Watson thanked the organization, his coach, his family, and his team for believing in him and promises to bring a championship to Houston. And Jadeveon Clowney has decided to use a different agent in his journey to find a new team. According to ESPN, the defensive end hired Kennard McGuire after parting ways with Buzz Cook. Recently, Clowney met with New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton and other staff members and had his personal chef prepare dinner for the group, so maybe there's a pitch being made to have them consider adding him to the roster. They do say the way to an NFL team's roster is through the head coach's stomach. Alright, they don't really say that, but you get what I mean. Well, you know what to do. Tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm The Prospect. Saying until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right. Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Let's go to the movies with AP correspondent Margie Zarletta.
The Christopher Nolan film Tenet has earned an estimated $20.2 million at the box office during a drastically reduced opening because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Tenet. It'll open the right doors. Some of the wrong ones, too.
Tenet had practically no competition in theaters. Some multiplexes played it as many as 100 times over the weekend. About 70% of American movie theaters are open, but not in New York or Los Angeles. The ones that are open have a maximum 50% capacity to allow for social distancing. Hollywood is holding the release of most big movies to see if theater goers will come back, or it's releasing them to streaming services. Disney put out its big-budget remake of Mulan to Disney Plus, but it did not share how much Mulan made. I'm Archie Zarletta.
Pope Francis says gossiping is a plague worse than COVID. He didn't give specifics. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon,
Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are now in the second half of the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Wherever you are listening, be it on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, or perhaps maybe even IRN Internet Radio, give me a call live on the air at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919, or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. AlienStone1. You can also text me through the Alien X lines as well on Skype. Ah, folks. Here we are, second half of the show already. What can I say, man? We got music for your Vajira holes coming up. We already did What the Floor. We've got some masterpiece memes of the week. The memes that I've collected throughout the course of the week. Thought they were pretty funny. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to find a meme that doesn't require a photograph. And since I'm primarily radio, even though you have a video stream as well, it would kind of defeat the purpose of being on both radio and video if I play something that's only translatable on video. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of difficult to find them. It was my first attempt at it as well, you know. So, anyway, folks, I think we should just go ahead and get straight into some music for the Vajira holes here, because upcoming yet on this hour is Just a Few Questions, and we're going classic on it. Oh, about a year ago on 9/1/19. That is on its way. The Just a Few Questions from back then. Anyway, let's go ahead and play some music for your Vajira holes. How about some Rain and Awake is the name of the tune. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
Tear down the cross I carry. filth just cuts me to the bone. Show you a pain you never know. No, I will not ruin who I am. No, I will not copy other man. No, I will not seek what I believe. No, I will not. What you say? See the truth here now. I pray. Don't make your worst mistake. You will go on
Hey, this is Felissa Rose from...
Hi, this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you're listening to Alien X Radio. And you'd better carry on listening to Alien X Radio, or I will tear your soul apart.
And now it's time to answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, it's that time of the show where I, Alien Stone, have just a few questions. And
call in now, 313-444-8919 if you'd like to be a part of this.
that's right, 313-444-8919. And you, too, can answer just a few questions. So, are you ready, sir?
I'm ready to, yes.
Okay, this is kind of related to what we were talking about earlier with our new show.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's in that whole wheelhouse.
Okay.
We'll use the word again. A wheelhouse. It's like roadhouse, but wheelhouse. So anyway, question number one.
Question number one.
Question number one. So after decades of enjoyment, you have finally decided to start growing marijuana.
Let's dance for Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
Actually, hang on a second. I got some cool graphics I want to load up here in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, so let me switch all this stuff and do the things and the cool stuff and the stuff and the cool things. There we go.
Swapping it up.
That's the way. There we go.
There you go, man.
There's Elon Musk up there.
Elon.
So anyway, after decades of enjoyment, you have finally decided to start growing marijuana. So you begin your quest for information. So after getting ripped off by several cannabis gurus, you finally find someone with knowledge and willingness to help and teach you how to do this correctly. First, you need to get the plant started. How will you do this? A, get a few clones from an established strain. B, order a pack of seeds online and hope for the best. C, just take a young plant from another grower's field at 4 o'clock in the morning and see how that works out for you. Or D, just buy an old school sack of Mexican dirtweed from Ray Ray and use the seeds at the bottom of the baggie and go.
Oh, you threw in Ray Ray?
Threw in Ray Ray.
Oh,
hang on a second.
Man. Well, I haven't seen Ray Ray in a long time, man. You know, so I don't want to go to him.
Ray Ray and his block weed.
I'm going to probably find some respectable clones.
Find some clones from an established strain. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
The wild card answer that you did not choose is wait until Willie Nelson or Snoop Dogg dies and plant your seeds in their ashes.
I would like to change my answer.
It definitely sounds like better than hydro, any other way to grow, man. That would just, you put it in there, would just sprout right up, man. It'd have a cape on it and an S on its chest.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
Wow.
Have you ever seen, you've heard
Can't
that
remember
song,
how to get
right?
to his house after that. That's why.
You remember that song? You know that song,
It
right?
sounds familiar to me.
It's a country song. I can't remember who they are, but it's... Dude, you got to listen to it. Just listen to it. I know you're not a country fan, but nor am I.
That doesn't matter.
Nor am I. However, it is a funny-ass song.
I will have to... We'll check it out when we sign off.
All right.
So, the bonus question.
Bonus!
In your best nurturing voice, give me an example of what you would say and how you would say it when talking to your plants.
Hello, plant. How are you today? You need to grow. Please grow, plants. Flower for me. Flower for me, buddy.
And as they get bigger and bigger, then you start saying, take it, come on, take it. I'm going to get some of that. You're going to burn. I would imagine screaming and hollering at them would be just as good, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Because isn't it just like the breath and all that they like?
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe
try that with your kids.
Yell at them like they're like in the Marine Corps. I said stand up straight, soldier.
Give them all names like Snowball and stuff like that. Full Metal Jacket, these plants, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
So, question number 2.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Question number 2 is, now that you are up and running and your plants are getting fat and bushy, you are starting to learn a great deal about nutrition, lighting, environment, and the life cycle of the plant.
Oh, jeez.
Now that you are fully involved with the growing process, what do you think will be some of the challenges you might face in your new life as a grower? A, keeping the bugs, rodents, and ray out of your crops. B, keeping all your friends from coming over unannounced and smoking up all your ganja. C, keeping yourself from inviting all of your friends over for free ganja parties and jam sessions. Or D, hookers will now cost you $1,000 in a bag of weed that used to cost you $10 in a pack of Lucky Strikes. And go.
I'm going to go with C.
Go with C, because that's about that happens already.
Pretty much. You know?
So yeah, it would just be off the chain at that point.
It would be.
All right, so the wild card answer that you did not choose. Now trying to figure out what to do. Oh, I just messed that up. The wild card is now trying to figure out what to do with your last 5 cases of Lucky Strike cigarettes. So, see, we had a couple references already. Hookers and cases of cigarettes.
Yep.
So, your bonus question is, match the slang name with the decade it was most prominent in.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to give you a list of the slang names, and then I'm going to give you a list of decades.
Okay.
The list of slang names are cannabis, reefer, marijuana. They're not all slang. Obviously, one of these is correct. But cannabis, reefer, marijuana, ganja, pot, weed, wacko tobacco or Latin lettuce, smoke, and then cannabis again. The decades I'm asking for are the dawn of man, the 30s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and today. So, in the dawn of time, what did we call it? Cannabis, reefer, marijuana, ganja, pot, weed, wacko tobacco, Latin lettuce, smoke, cannabis.
Wacky tobacco.
Wrong.
No?
Cannabis. It's its original name, so it's always been cannabis.
Oh,
so
see.
cannabis since the dawn of time.
It's a trick question, Alien Stone. That's a bunch of crap.
When did we call it reefer?
30s?
The 30s, exactly, because that's when Reefer Madness came out, 1939.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So that's correct. Then we started calling it marijuana, which it was actually spelled with an H originally. And then they put the J in there later on.
So that would be the 40s.
Well, the 40s isn't on the list, so the 50s.
50s.
So yes, you're right. So it would have been the 40s and the 50s, I'd imagine.
Right.
Then We got the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and today. So we got ganja.
I'm going to say the 2000s.
I think ganja was when they referred to it in the 2000s. Think about Vietnam.
Yeah, probably the 50s and 60s.
The 60s, yeah. I think it was the 60s.
60s.
And so did Google when I looked it up earlier.
Right.
So then we called it pot when? The 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
The 70s.
Correct. And then we just basically called it weed when?
80s.
Right.
90s.
We got creative in the 90s, didn't we?
Is that when we started calling it reefer? No, that was in the 30s.
What we have left is smoke, cannabis, wacko tobacco, or Latin lettuce.
I'm going to go with wacko tobacco.
Wacko tobacco, Latin lettuce was in the 90s. That is correct. Then we called it smoke when? We just say, hey, man, you got some smoke?
2000.
Correct. And then, of course, today...
We're back at cannabis.
We're back at cannabis again. We finally came back around.
Timeline!
That's right. Came full circle. See how that worked? It's amazing, right?
Crazy.
Now, question number 3.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Well, now that you got the science down and you are growing big, beautiful, bushy plants with giant, high-potency buds on them, the next step would be to engineer your own custom strain and branding. First, will it be sativa for a bright, happy buzz, an indigo for a chillaxing couch lock, or a hybrid of both? Which is going to be those 3?
I am personally fond of the hybrids.
The hybrids. All right, so it's a hybrid. Now, what flavors would you like to infuse into your buds? A, orange and lemon pine sol. B, blueberry and Tide Pods. C, peanut butter and bologna. D, banana and exhaust fumes. E, cherry mint and salmon. Or F, other.
There's no wild card on this one?
It's other, so you can make up your own.
Well, I want to go with
There's a wild card, yeah, but it's it's for the next part of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with, because all that stuff's nasty, and I'd either make no money or I wouldn't use it myself.
Well, no, the blueberry and Tide Pods, you can sell it to all the millennials.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay,
that's just bad advertising.
Yeah. Selling to kids.
I'm gonna go.
He's going with other, apparently.
You know what? I'm going to go weird, though, on you, too, because I know how much you don't like this.
Oh, no.
Okay, just because you were starting.
I know what he's going to say.
I'm going to go with pineapple and ham.
Pineapple and pizza flavored. Oh, man.
Yeah! Pineapple and ham, son!
Pineapple and ham pizza. That's gross.
Okay, and the cherry, salmon, raspberry, whatever wasn't?
No, those are all supposed to be gross. But
Okay,
you could have picked anything on the other, and you still picked pineapple and pizza. Wow. That's like, which toe do you want to blow off with the gun?
The pinky toe.
They're all going to hurt.
Doesn't matter. It's gonna bloody hurt.
Now, you need to name your strain.
Oh, man.
What will you call your masterpiece? You're going to love this, dude.
Okay, hit me.
Number one. Igor Glue.
Okay, I like it.
B, D-Unit Diesel.
Oh.
You're going to love this one. C, Cthulhu Kush. Or D, The Crippling Chaos. Or E, Other. I knew you'd like those ones.
I'm gonna go with other. Okay. However,
You're gonna make multiples.
I'm gonna go with Cthulhu's Crippling Chaos.
Oh, there you go. Combine them. Okay. Cthulhu's Crippling Chaos. Beautiful.
4,000, Alex.
1,000 awarded.
What is the best ganja you ever smoked?
Cthulhu's Crippling Chaos. I think. I don't really remember much from that evening.
They told me that's what it was.
The wild card answer you did not choose was just a few hallucinations.
Oh,
yeah. And your bonus question. Historically, what is the best question you can stump any stoner with?
Dude, where's your car?
No, but close. What were we just talking about? For 1,000 hours. And that has been just a few questions. Now it's time. Are you ready?
Lightning! Thunder!
Lightning strikes. Who has the stickiest fingers? Willie Nelson or Willy Wonka?
Willie Nelson. I like that. Was good, dude. That was good.
True or false? Snoop Doggy Dogg tried to change his name to Snoop Lion, but it just didn't stick.
True. False.
He did try to call himself that, and everybody's like, no, forget it. Why won't Alien Stone smoke from a glass pipe? Texture or it looks like a penis?
It looks like a penis.
That is correct.
And he only likes those in his butt.
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Who said that he could control how stupid he wanted to be by adjusting how tight his bandana was? Cheech or Chong?
Chong.
That is correct. What line consisting of 3 words from the movie Dazed and Confused is Matthew McConaughey now famous for?
The best thing about high school girls, I keep getting older.
3 words.
Oh, best friend.
3-word line.
Oh, got a joint?
No. Oh. It's simple. It's all right, all right, all right.
That one.
Yeah, he's famous for it.
He is.
Yep. So
we probably don't have time.
No, we're actually in overtime right now.
Oh, okay.
True or false? Woody Harrelson got arrested for planting hemp seeds in front of the police and on camera.
True.
That is true. And finally, get you high. Weed? These are going to be a few things.
I got you.
That's the first one. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tide Pods.
Don't know, but I'm assuming no.
They got to be stoned. Sniffing markers.
Sure.
And snorting condoms.
No.
No. All right, and that has been Lightning Strikes.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel. The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Employment, family, love, and relationships. What does your future hold for you? We'll call the only psychic line that employs real psychics. Not phonies. I mean people who really can see your future. The Intergalactic Psychic family has all the answers. They have a complete staff of intergalactic aliens who have psychic and telepathic powers. Put your mind at ease. Call today and receive an autographed picture of Bill Clinton shaking hands with Kronk, the Intergalactic Psychic family's president. And remember, he's not only the ISF president, he's also a client. Call today at 1-900-935-5543. That's 1-900-935-5543. Just $35,000 for the first minute and your life savings each additional minute. So call today. That's 1-900-935-5543.
Hi, everybody. Are you tired of feeling sluggish all the time? Frequent bathroom breaks cutting into your workday? Can't sleep at night? Try Colovax. Colovax is a new technology that takes the power of a shop vac and uses it to thoroughly clean out your insides.
With its patented technology, Colovax cuts your bathroom visits down to once a month.
My name is Russ Russellford, and I use the Colovax once every 2 weeks to keep me limber. Now I can play catch with my son all day and never get tired or have to poop. Colovax really sucks ass. In a good way.
Colovax has not been clinically tested, so when considering Colovax, the following side effects may include goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spell, intense spouts of rage, severe depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent fart, anal fissures, and loss of hair and teeth.
If you use Colovax, please contact a physician if you experience any goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spells, intense spouts of rage, depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent farts, anal fissures, loss of hair and teeth.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'll be taking you right on up to lunchtime. Oh, that's for those of you that are here in the Eastern time zone. For those of you listening on the UK, you're like, man, we're already like digesting lunch, man. What are you talking about? You're taking us up to dinner time. Wherever you're listening in the world, it doesn't matter. If you're listening live, give me a call at 1313-444-8919 or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's the number 1. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. And for those of you just now tuning in, you're late. Try again next week. We go live at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you don't know what that translates to your time zone, try Google. It'll help you out with that. So, folks, no wackadoo of the week this week. Why? Because there's too many to choose from. Okay? There's just too many wackadoos out there saying crazy things, ridiculous things. You can't listen to anything anybody says anymore ever again because everybody is either making it up or regurgitating something that somebody else made up. Nobody is bothering to put in the time, the energy, the effort, whatever it takes to actually look up the truth and find out what's going on. Instead, oh, so-and-so said this, and I heard about it over here, so that means it's true, so I'm going to repost it 150,000 times so that other people now think that it's true as well. Y'all suckers. Okay? If it sounds weird, if it sounds odd, chances are it is. All right? Look it up. If you confirm that it's weird, and not because it's been posted by 3 of your friends, that's not the reason, okay? They're posting the same thing. Look up that thing. Look up your sources, folks. Look up your sources. That's all I'm saying. We're going to play some music for your Vajir holes. Remember, this hour, we've got the replay of yesterday's brand new episode of Just a Few Questions. Yes, folks. What did I call it? I don't even remember what I called it. Oh, that's what I called it. Programming the Idiot Box. Which is pretty much what I just talked about, guys. You know, Facebook is... the Idiot Box. For those of you that don't know what the Idiot Box is... Okay, the Idiot Box is traditionally the television set. It's the Idiot Box. Traditionally throughout the years, it was called the Idiot Box because you would sit on the couch and you would just stare at it and you would just take in what it's telling you. People weren't reading books anymore. They weren't engaging with one another. They were staring at the television set. So they were being basically brainwashed by whatever was on the screen, because we all know that whatever the main story is, whatever is important, the reporter, who is the artist pretty much who paints the picture that you see on the Idiot Box screen, he is going to look at the reality of things and say, okay, well, what's reality and what is exciting? What is for real and what is controversial? What will get attention and what is something that people go, oh, well, that's the way things are supposed to be, right? Okay, no. So he, of course, paints over top of the picture of importance with the picture of propaganda and puts it in your face on the idiot box. Well, the idiot box has, over the years, become something else. It has evolved and became the idiot screen, pretty much. Just the idiot screen. The idiot screen would be the television set. It would also be your phone. It would also be your monitor on your computer on your desktop. It would be the billboards that you see every day, the posters that are on the walls. This is all, it's all programming, okay? Advertising is the most innocent of all of this. You know, the cigarette ad that makes you believe that smoking will make you feel better. It'll make you look cooler. It'll, you know, it's tasty and delicious, and you'll love it. Okay, because that's what they paint in the picture. They paint over top of the picture of lung cancer and tar and just how much money it's going to cost you and the addiction. You know, they paint over top of that. Wow, where am I going with all this? I don't know, man. I just got. I don't know, folks, what I'm trying to say is that you're going to have to start looking beneath the painting on the surface to see what was covered up, okay? Stop looking at the magician's left hand, folks, because chances are what you need to be looking at is in his right hand. That's what I'm saying. If you see something really awesome and it's trying to teach you about how things are, look to the sides because there's probably a curtain there. And if you slide it over, there's somebody at the controls of the Oz. Okay, so find the guy behind the curtain. That's your source, folks. Anyway, going to continue with some music for your Vajir holes. Screaming for Silence is the band, and the king is crowned. The name of the tune on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
but you never win. There's no retreat, no giving in. You try, but you're gonna fail. To the king is crowned. You try, but you never win. There's no retreat, no giving in. No time, but you're gonna fail. To the king is crowned. You try, but you never win. There's no retreat, no giving in. No time, but you're gonna fail. Let the king is crowned.
Hello, creeps. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Hi, I'm Cody.
I'm Dave.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Austin.
We are Soldier's Last Breath, and you are listening to Alien X Radio!
this week's Bad Movie Flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
It gets bad on Friday the 13th, but it gets worse on Saturday the 14th.
The Book of Evil!
Richard Benjamin, Paula Prentice.
We've inherited a house with a curse.
Oh, come on, Mary. You know you don't believe in curses.
Just when you thought it was safe to look at the calendar again comes Saturday the 14th. The year's #1 horror comedy spoof.
God, look at all these owls.
My name is John Hyatt, and I've got bats in my belfry.
You know how many? We charge by the bat.
When I leave this house, there'll be nothing left here to be afraid of. Famine. War.
Major pest control.
Death!
It's your chance to laugh at everything that ever scared you.
Come on, Billy. Quit fooling around.
Give me a kiss, darling.
Oh, let me just see who that is. I'll be back for that kiss.
Be sure to see it before sunrise. Saturday the 14th.
All right, folks, you are currently listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, broadcasting to you live on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and the IRN Internet Radio Network. And in syndication and replay around the world on stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and 97.1 KGS BFM Get Smashed Radio in Seattle. So, I'm your host, Alien Stone, and we are just about up against another news update, sports update, and a moment to introduce you to our sponsors. Speaking of which, if you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, if you'd like to have your ads played on all these fantastic stations around the world, then by all means contact me by sending an email to alienstone@alienxradio.com. That's alienstone@alienxradio.com. Don't have a commercial, don't worry, I can make one for you. And our rates are extremely, extremely affordable for you guys. So, real quick, I just want to go over some stuff here before we go into this break. A little thing that I know that other DJs on other shows have done this in the past, but I wanted to draw a little attention to some of what I call the masterpiece memes of the week. You know, all week long, you're zooming through Facebook and such, and you come across these memes, and you laugh, and you know, some of them are good, some of them are really crappy, some of them are hard to get. But the problem with memes are most of them require the photograph. You know what I'm saying? If it requires the photograph, it doesn't translate very well into radio. That's kind of the issue with that. So I have to comb through all of these memes to try to find something that I can just read. So anyway, I came up with 5 really good ones that I found on the internet, and I just want to share them with you. These are my 5 masterpiece memes of the week, discovered on Facebook. First one says, Cardi B makes music for women who shoplift at garage sales. Okay, well, all right then. That kind of sums it all right on up there, doesn't it? Cardi B makes music for women who shoplift at garage sales. Next one is, overthinkers at 3 a.m. be like, where the hell is my birth certificate? I could relate to this. You know how many times like I have woken up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the bathroom, come back, lay down, and try to go back to sleep, and you're randomly thinking about something crazy. Like, do I have a second set of keys for my car, and where are they? You know, like, you didn't care yesterday, you didn't care an hour ago, but now that you're trying to go back to sleep, all of a sudden, all you can think about is, where the hell is your other car keys? Or, you know, did you mail in your Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake entry on time? Next one is, it's really cool to be in the USA at this point in history. It's like the collapse of the Roman Empire, but with Wi-Fi. No kidding, folks. That's right. Everything is falling apart, but it's all being captured and broadcast live to you on the internet, just like this radio show. Too many bills to pay? Not liking your current life? Don't know what to do? Become a crab ragoon. Golden tan, very hot, loved by millions. The fatter, the better, and no responsibilities. All right, then. It's a recruitment poster, I guess, for being a tasty Chinese restaurant delicacy. I don't know. Is it a delicacy? I don't know. Movie theater usher says, you can't bring your own food in here, sir. Me, with a pocket full of spaghetti, says, what about that woman over there? The usher says, the one breastfeeding. And that has been my masterpiece memes of the week. As I said, folks, we are up against another break, a pause in the action for station identification, a news update, sports from the prospect, and we've got the second half of hour number 3 coming up after this, including yesterday's brand spanking new episode of Just a Few Questions. And you're going to love it. It's called Programming the Idiot Box, folks. Programming the Idiot Box. And that's all coming up right after this. So go nowhere. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Cross the street by yourself, someone might grab you and molest you.
Excellent!
What happens if a nuke does drop? What, everything's going to be vaporized or eventually going to run out of spam?
Pikachu!
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you got the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. You just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop, drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. It's Labor Day, and health officials are worried there might be a spike in coronavirus cases because of the holiday. In New Orleans, officials warned large crowds over the weekend that their get-togethers could spike coronavirus cases. About 189,000 people in this country have now died from the virus. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. Dozens of fires are burning in California, and the fierce heat there isn't helping. The National Guard rescued hundreds of trapped campers in the Sierra National Forest over the weekend. Colonel David Hall with the National Guard.
All of the individuals that they rescued were greeting the crew members with hugs as they were boarding onto the helicopter, and then again after getting off the helicopter, a lot of high fives. And for the crews, without a doubt, it was a very, very rewarding experience.
The Creek Fire has burned more than 71 square miles. 800 firefighters have been battling it. And the heat isn't helping. In downtown Los Angeles, it was 111 degrees, 121 in the San Fernando Valley. The mayor of Rochester, New York, is promising the police department will be reformed following a fifth night of demonstrations last night. Protests started after video surfaced of the March death of Daniel Prude, a black man who lost consciousness after police held him down with a hood over his head. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren.
It is my solemn duty as the mayor of this city to honor Mr. Prude, to not let his death be in vain, and to do everything possible to transform how we police our city, to truly protect and serve our residents.
Mayor Lovely Warren of Rochester. The Navy has searched through the night and into the morning for a sailor who went missing from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz in the Northern Arabian Sea. This is AP News.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling. Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. The Brooklyn Nets have a new head coach as they welcome Steve Nash to the position on Wednesday, ending the search for someone to lead a team that some say are already heading to a championship with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving at their disposal. Of course, the choice isn't with some challenges, the biggest one besides the former three-team journeyman meshing with a team with a huge chip on their shoulder and something to prove since moving to New York, is how the team is going to mesh with someone who hasn't coached a game in his life. Now, from all angles, the fans, the broadcasters, the pundits, and even those who haven't seen a basketball game in their life, this might be a disaster waiting to happen. But Steve Nash isn't just some basketball player. He was the face of his teams and the leader within the locker room, so he knows the ins and outs on how to lead. All eyes will be on how well he does when the new season starts next year. The Houston Texans extended quarterback Deshaun Watson's contract 4 more years. The deal, worth $177 million, trails only Super Bowl champ Patrick Mahomes as the largest in league history. In a Twitter post, Watson thanked the organization, his coach, his family, and his team for believing in him and promises to bring a championship to Houston. And Jadeveon Clowney has decided to use a different agent in his journey to find a new team. According to ESPN, the defensive end hired Kennard McGuire after parting ways with Buzz Cook. Recently, Clowney met with New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton and other staff members and had his personal chef prepare dinner for the group, so maybe there's a pitch being made to have them consider adding him to the roster. They do say the way to an NFL team's roster is through the head coach's stomach. Alright, they don't really say that, but you get what I mean. Well, you know what to do. Tune in next week for more sports for Alien X Radio. I'm the Prospect, saying until next time, Prospect out.
To answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, we have reached that time in the showgram once again where I ask just a few questions. And once again, D-Unit is on the receiving end of those questions. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. Excuse me. It's been, it hasn't been that bad lately. But usually when it hasn't been that bad lately, and I say that, I usually get hit in the face with something silly again. So
well, see, now, you said that today. You said it's not that bad today, which means that now, next one, is going to be really bad.
All right.
So now, what am I going to do? Where can I go from here?
As long as I'm not getting anally probed by anything, we're good.
We'll try to avoid that as much as possible. Probing's not allowed inside the mothership.
That's what I'm saying.
So I would definitely have to do this somewhere else.
Exactly.
Okay.
No remotes. Just want to let everybody know.
No, we're not doing remotes.
No remotes.
That's right. That rule travels with us wherever we go. There'll be no probing. So, here we go.
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
While flipping through the channels on your 3,000 channel cable service, you come to the realization
there's nothing
that you are paying for 3,000 channels of garbage. You only watch about 10 of those channels, and the only thing on them that you like are reruns of older shows. You have tried streaming services, and it's all the same.
Oh my gosh, this is so creepy.
There are just no shows out there for you to watch. So, you decide that it's up to you to make a difference. You apply for the position of program director at a television station. After adding a ton of false job history and qualifications, you are given the job. The first thing you do is to cancel most of the shows currently airing to make room for all of the new shows that you will be bringing in. Here is a list of the shows Here is a list of the shows they already have. You may keep 3 of the shows out of these 15. The rest of them must be canceled. So which 3 of these shows that they are currently airing will you keep? And I was supposed to give you a list of them ahead of time, and I forgot to.
That's fine.
So, Big Bang Theory.
Keeping it.
The Nightly World News.
86 in that one.
The Bachelor.
86 in that one.
Ancient Aliens.
Can you put a question mark around that one?
I can. Cops.
Who? No.
No, you're not going to cancel it? Or no, you're not going to keep it?
No, I'm not going to keep it.
So it's canceled. The Golden Girls.
Oh, keep it.
Alf.
Keeping it.
Okay, that's 3 right there.
I know.
So I'll go through the rest of the list and you can always change.
Okay.
Punky Brewster.
No.
Charmed.
No.
Chips. Da, 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 da,
That's a question mark. Quick question mark.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
No.
Columbo.
No.
Sesame Street.
Nope.
American Pickers.
That's actually.
It's fun to watch it.
You need a little bit of something from reality TV in there too. I'm gonna keep that one.
That one you're gonna keep.
I'm gonna keep it. So that's 4, right?
It's 4. Yeah. So we're gonna have to kill something. Okay. So, and the final one that you can choose from is a scrambled porno channel to trick horny teenagers into watching for hours and hours, hoping to get a clear boob shot.
We will add chips, so that would be 5.
You're gonna add that one?
I'm gonna add chips.
We're gonna add chips.
So we got Big Bang Theory, chips, Elf.
Big Bang. Well, you also another question mark was Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, so we were not gonna do that one then.
That was no.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
The Golden Girls.
Yep. Elf. Right.
Elf, chips, and American Pickers. And you have to only have 3.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to get 5.
No, you can only keep 3.
Oh, my bad. Shice. All right, well, keep him Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
I'm going to keep the Golden Girls, and I'm going to keep Elf. I'm going to keep those 3.
All right, so we're getting rid of chips. We're getting rid of American Pickers. All right. And no porno station.
No. Got Golden Girls.
The real deal, man.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
And no, it's not scrambled. They actually look like that.
Exactly.
Okay. This goes on, though. This is the same question, okay?
Okay.
One requirement of all of your sponsors are that you have the local news. You don't have to have the World Weekly News, but you have to have local news, or they're not going to buy commercial time. Out of all of your friends in life, real friends, true people, who would you put in charge of collecting and delivering the local news? They said you might have the local news. You must have the local news. They did not say that you couldn't put a spin on it. So you will add a color commentator to the anchor's desk like in sporting events. But instead of spouting player game stats and trivia, the person will offer humorous perspective on the actual news stories being read by your chosen anchor. So who will you choose to be your anchor, and who will you choose to be your punchline color commentator?
So I'd pick 2 people, right?
Yep, of people you actually know.
It would have to be you and Rob.
So Rob's going to be the actual reporter, I'm assuming. Or no, am I going to be the reporter and he's going to be
I think you're going to be the reporter.
Okay, so I'm just going to report the news the way it is.
Exactly. And then Rob's going to come in with all of his silliness and voices and, opinions, whatever, and do the whatever.
Gotcha.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's the way that'll be.
That would be some funny. That would be, I could see it, yeah.
All right. And that brings us to...
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Question number 2. You have put out a casting call for the new shows. You have received thousands of submissions, and you are just blown away by the vast and wide range of entertainment to pick from. After adding a few shows right off the bat, you quickly put together a list of shows in the running for your prime time slots. You have 5 8 p.m. weekly time slots and 7 great shows. What 2 shows will you have to cut? I'm going to give you the 7 shows and a description of the show.
You have to cut 2.
You have to cut 2 of these from your lineup.
All right, so I'm keeping the top 3.
So, crafting with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, and a studio audience get stoned while making water bongs out of everyday household items. 2. Stress Me Street. It's a kid's educational puppet show from the point of view of a homeless crack addict rat, teaching children about the consequences of making bad life decisions.
Oh my God, that's absolutely brilliant.
Woo!
Oh.
Number 3 is Bartender from Down Under. An Australian recovering alcoholic bartender teaches viewers how to make great tasting and hallucinogenic-inducing drinks out of common household chemicals often found in the cabinet underneath your very own kitchen sink.
Wow.
4. The Dispensary Channel. It's just like the Home Shopping Network, but it's for designer marijuana strains and related products. But wait, there's more. Number 5, 75 and Pregnant.
Oh.
A camera crew follows a 75-year-old woman her chaotic journey into first-time motherhood and the drama it creates for her nursing home roommates. 6, The Biggest Loser. Each week, a panel of non-celebrities will judge 4 vocal and outspoken celebrities to determine who is the biggest loser. Other working title is The Great Douchebag Debates. And finally, number 7, Igor's Turkish Idol. Prison inmates compete for singing contracts as they perform self-written songs while lubed up and playing a naked game of Twister.
Oh, man. All right, so I got to keep 3 of these?
No, you have to kill 2 of them.
I have to kill 2 of them.
Yep.
All right, so Martha and Snoop is staying.
That's staying.
What was the second one?
Stress Me Street. It's a kids' educational puppet show from the point of view of a homeless crack addict rat, teaching children about the consequences of making bad life decisions.
Okay, so the third one was the one about...
Bartender from Down Under. Making hallucinogenic drinks from chemicals found underneath your kitchen sink.
Yep. Okay, so... The last one's got to go. That one, I'm not watching.
Igor's Turkish Idol?
We're not gonna hang with it.
That one's gone.
Okay. We're definitely keeping the Martha one and the one, what was the other one about?
You got the Dispensary Channel.
Yeah, that one. We're keeping that one.
Then you got 75 and Pregnant.
75 and Pregnant's got to go too.
That one's got to go. So that's the 2 that you got to kill. So that means you're going to keep The Biggest Loser.
Yep, I got him.
Bartender from Down Under. Stress Me Street. Crafting with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. That's going to be a flagship show right there.
Oh, yeah.
The crafting show. You're going to have to do that one like a morning show, like all week long.
Well, it's going to be like a...
Wake and Bake with Martha and Snoop.
It's going to be like a spin-off between... Because you know they have a cooking show out.
Oh, they're going to be cooking.
You know, it's for real. This no BS. Martha and Snoop have a cooking show.
Do they really?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. See,
so you just came up with that out of nowhere?
Well, they're friends. I know they're friends.
Yes,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
They
and remember, we did a long time ago an episode of Just a Few Questions where that was a show as well, the crafting show with them.
Yeah. Well, they have their own cooking show.
Wow. See?
Some interesting stuff, dude. Some funny stuff.
You know what? You know how The Simpsons predicts things that come true? Wouldn't that be horrifying if in the future Just a Few Questions had stuff that came true?
Oh, it would be.
That'd be scary as hell. Like, especially the Robo-Ho episode. That could happen. It could happen.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. In the tradition of shows like The Next Top Chef, American Ninja Warrior, and Ink Master, you have decided to put together a reality competition show, but in what skill will you be looking for the talent? Cooking has been done to death. Making swords and weapons has also been taken. Dancing, singing, fishing, all been done. So here are a few ideas that are being pitched right now. Which one will you go with?
Only one.
These are pitches that your people are...
All right, we're at the table. People are pitching me.
A, Top Fluffer. 3 men and 3 women share a 1-room flat and compete in challenges to win a contract with a top pornography company to be the official fluffer on all of their projects for the next 5 years. The job includes all travel expenses and clinic costs. Each week, clinic costs.
Oh, it's terrible.
Each week, one contestant will be voted off by a panel of celebrity porn stars, then told to zip up their fly. They are a flaccid fluffer and goodbye. B, Making the Scam. 3 teams will compete for a $1 million prize. Each team will have to create a telephone scam from the ground up. The reason for the call, intimidation tactics, and collecting your ill-gotten gain. The team that steals the most from unsuspecting old people on fixed incomes wins the money and the title of Scam Masters. C, Roadies. A group of failed musicians compete for a job as roadie for a world-touring heavy metal band.
Oh, that's so funny.
Contestants will have their skills put to the test with challenges like carrying equipment upstairs, tuning guitars, running out on stage to stand mic stands back up that have fallen over, choosing the sluttiest chicks from the front row to take to the backstage passes, and picking up the band's prescriptions. And finally, D, the next great bag boy. 6 people will compete in a grocery store, putting their Tetris-like skills and speed to the test to determine who will be the best, quickest, and most efficient bagger in the food mart. Who will be crowned the champion and who will be told they do not have what it takes to be the next great bag boy. Please turn in your apron. You have been bagged. And which one will you go with?
Oh, I'm going to go with roadies for 1,000, Alex.
Roadies it is. So, can you imagine that? Like, the competition is like, there's people on stage just jumping around, and then somebody, like pulled over the mic stand, and you got to see how fast you can run over and get it stood back up.
Yep.
Before the next verse starts. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be awesome.
See, guitar goes out of tune. How fast can you run out there and take it from them and hand them another one that's already tuned? That would be kind of cool. So, if you notice, we have had no wild cards till now.
I know, what's up with that?
And we've had no bonus questions because there is one final bonus question.
Ooh. So, question number 5?
It's kind of question number 4.
Question number 4.
But it's actually bonus question number 1. You have to replace all of the characters, all of the actors rather, not the characters. You have to replace all the actors in The Big Bang Theory. To restart the show. The characters will be the same, but all of the previous actors are in contracts elsewhere, so you will need to replace them. But with who? If you can't come up with an answer, a wild card answer will be provided for you. So, first one, who will you have play the part of Leonard?
And I'm only going because I just watched this movie recently, and he kind of reminds me of him when you look at him, but I'm going to go with that Zac Efron dude.
Zac Efron. And the wild card answer you did not choose, ding, 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 was also the secret void, Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey. That would be fun.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? Yep. All right, so who would you get to play the part of Penny?
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston, man. You love that Jennifer Aniston.
I love me some Jennifer Aniston.
Now, that would be okay with Zac Efron, right? Now, what if Gilbert Godfrey was playing Leonard? Then, of course, the wild card answer would come into place, which would be Rebel Wilson. Yes, Rebel Wilson. Now, who is going to play the part of Howard?
I don't know. I'm going to go with the wild card on that one.
Wild card answer is someone who finally looks like an astronaut, The Rock.
There you go.
The Rock.
Yeah, I like that. The Rock.
So, who will play the part of Bernadette?
Cute little blonde girl. What's her, what's the girl from that 70s show? The, brunette.
The brunette?
Jackie.
That's Mila Kunis.
Yes, I would have her.
Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis. And the wild card answer is Owen Wilson in drag.
Ooh.
Yeah, good choice with the Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Okay. Changing the hair color a little bit there, but that's okay. We'll go with that. Rajesh, I don't know how to say Rajesh, I believe.
Rajesh Kutarpali.
Wow, I wasn't even going to try to say the last name.
I want to go with Fez, man, from the from that 70s show.
That is outstanding. I like that idea.
Yeah.
See, now now the wild card answer is ridiculous. It's James Earl Jones. Same voice.
That's great.
Who is going to play the part of Amy?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. And the wild card answer is Fran Drescher.
Oh, her and Gilbert together? No way.
Well, Leonard and Penny would be together. Would be Gilbert and Brett. Oh, you're talking about the voices,
I'm just
yeah.
talking about the voices.
Yeah, some people might actually not be able to.
They would not tune in.
They would have like nerve twitches and stuff.
Yeah, they would not tune in.
And then, of course, finally, who are you going to get to play Sheldon?
You know what? I was actually thinking The Rock when we originally started this, but The Rock's already in there, right?
Oh, yep.
Does Howard. So, Sheldon. Tall, kind of skinny dude. Nerdy.
Remember, Rebel Wilson is nothing like Penny.
I know.
Rebel Wilson is like 3 pennies. That's like 3 cents.
Yeah, I'm going to say just to piss you off, too. I'm going to say Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Well, I'm going to override your answer and go to the wild card answer, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, no. I like Johnny Depp better. How about, I'll tell you what. Can we compromise and say Vin Diesel?
Ew. Okay, but yeah, you get to make up an answer. So yeah, Vin Diesel it is.
Okay.
I'll take anything besides Johnny Depp. So.
Okay.
Vin Diesel it is going to play the part of Sheldon. All right, and that brings us to Lightning Strikes. Remember, there is no right or wrong answer. You just have to agree with me.
One way or another.
Jerry Springer or Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Springer.
Now that's the person. No, the show, Jerry Springer or Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld?
If you got rid of Jerry Springer or Jerry Seinfeld from the Jerry Seinfeld show, it'd be a great show. It really would. Gladiators or American Ninja Warrior?
American Ninja Warriors. Really?
I can't do any of the stuff in American Ninja Warrior, but I'm pretty sure I could run and not get hit by a ball.
You think so?
For a little bit, until I get closer.
Okay.
But on American Ninja Warrior, it'd be like I'd get halfway through the first thing and I'd be in the water. I've watched it. That's hard.
Yeah, but we're going by watching, not by what you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
But if you rather watch American Gladiators, dude, because you like gladiator movies, it's strictly up to you.
You ever watched gladiator movies? You ever been inside a Turkish prison? He says that in that movie. Anyway, finish this.
No.
Big money, no whammies, blank.
No whammies.
I just said no whammies. Big money, no whammies, blank.
Stop.
Right. Very good. Very good. See, I gave you 2 chances on that one.
Well, usually they're like no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop.
No, I go big money, no whammies, stop. Which, by the way, you do the same thing with when a girl is big money, stop. Anyway, on a famous game show, how do you ask to obtain for an A, E, I, O, or U?
How do you?
There's a famous game show, and when you have to ask for...
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Yes! Very good. That's very good. And who is the host on that famous game show? Which of these famous whites are not on TV? Which of these famous whites are not on TV? Betty, Jack, or Vanna?
Jack.
Very good. That question scared you at first, didn't it? Fake Tibetan game show mentioned by Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child.
Oh, dude. I got nothing. I could. Oh.
Food search. Food search. What do you... What would you watch right after work? Movies or television shows?
Television shows.
Absolutely, yeah. Because when you get home from work, you're like trying to chill for a second, but dinner's maybe made. We ain't got time for a whole movie and to get all involved, you know what I'm saying? So, shows, man. Bam, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
True or false? After the success of That 70s Show, there was a short failed run of a show called That's 80s Show.
False. Was there really?
It was very short-lived. Nobody watched it. It went away very quickly. They had one girl with giant spiked mohawk and everything. Yeah, it was called That 80s Show.
I'm Googling it when I get home.
True or false? Oh, I just did that. No, there's another true or false. True or false? Chuck Norris almost played Red Foreman on That 70s Show.
I gotta go with false on that one because that would have been really bad. That was true too. I would never watch.
Chuck Norris was almost Red Foreman. Wow, that was close.
That was close because
that show
I can't picture Foreman being any other way than with his foot up somebody's ass.
Well, I'll tell you right now, though, if Chuck Norris was putting his foot up someone's ass, it'd be coming out the other end. You know what I'm saying? Wow.
It just wouldn't be the same, dude.
No, absolutely not.
It would not be the same.
And that has been Just a Few Questions.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.